What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you another addition to my vacuum collection. This time it is my Kirby Generation 6, or G6 for short, 2001 limited edition model. This is overall a very nice vacuum. It was very beat up when I first got my hands on it. It has lived a hard life. And I decided to give this thing a second chance. If you follow my videos, probably remember the condition that this thing was in when I got it. The story of how I got it was at a pawn shop in the area. It was sold for like only $60, and the metal was all oxidized. The inside of the outer bag was caked up with dust, and also the transmission selector switch was missing. So anyway, I fixed all that stuff up, a little bit of extras along the way, and here's how it sits now. One thing I do like about these 2000 and 2001 limited edition models, although there is nothing different performance-wise between the limited editions over a regular G6, it's just that the sticker on the handle is more tailored to match the color scheme of the vacuum. As you can see, this one has kind of black and yellow and fades off into black up there to kind of go along with the top of the handle. Whereas the regular G6 one would just say Kirby G6 at the bottom. It would start to have a black, then start to fade off into gray, then go up to white. I'm not too sure why they decided to do that. I don't know if that was to jumpstart into the making of the Ultimate G, which this one was the predecessor to. But I'm not really too sure about that part. But anyway, overall, I will say this is a very great machine. And I say that about every Kirby Generation series. The G3, G4, G5s, G6, Ultimate G, Diamond Edition, Kirby Centria, Centria 2, and Avalier. They're all pretty much the same vacuum. Well, I say almost the same. They have the same motor, same brush roll. Well, not really. The G3 and G6 have the older style brush roll. And the Ultimate Gs through the Avaliers had the newer style brush roll. But overall, pretty much the styling is, well, not the styling. I'm exaggerating a lot right here. I will say the Generation series, which continues to amaze me to still be in production today. And in fact, they've went through a lot of facelifts. One nice little feature that the G6 debuted was the newer style mini emptor right there, which is more to greater increase the airflow to the bag and the overall performance of the vacuum. And which, by the way, let's go ahead and tip this thing sideways so you can see the underside of it. Right there is the brush roll. You will note that this is the newer style Ultimate G brush roll. There's right here underneath, it's the G6D, 120 volts, 7 amp motor. We're back up. And anyway, this little light lens flips up like so. Gain access to your brush roll. You pull this out and twist to get some tension on the belt to release it from the shaft. Pull this to the side, and off comes your vacuum nozzle. Right here, as you can see right here, I did replace the fan. It is the newer style Ultimate G fan, which basically has extended blades on the end of the tip and is obviously white. And this fan is nice because this one is made out of Kevlar. Not too many people know this. They just think it's just a normal plastic fan. But for people who really know these Kirbys, these fans are actually made out of Kevlar. Kirby was actually developed this in collaboration with NASA to develop a fan that is lightweight and so it won't lightweight to not put as drag on a motor like a metal fan, but to be durable if you were to accidentally suck something up like a rock or a nail or screw, anything of that nature. Now, I don't recommend you doing that, but if you were to accidentally do it, it wouldn't damage the fan like it would a plastic fan, which they've used on the G3s and G4s. You put this back on. Oh, one thing I would like to point out is that on these Generation Series Kirbys, you have these two little switches right here. When you put the vacuum head on, the lower switch pushes in, so the motor will technically be operating at low speed for better carpet cleaning performance. And when you put the hose on, it will push the upper switch in, so your motor will be turning at high speed to get that good suction for cleaning other parts around the house with the hose. Which, a common problem with direct air machines is that they are not known to have the best suction in tool mode, and thankfully Kirby solved this problem by putting that 2-speed switch to gain more suction in tool mode. And speaking of direct air, what that is basically the suction that comes from the head of the vacuum, goes through that fan chamber, which I showed you earlier, and then it blows into the bag, which I will go ahead and show you right now. Inside, as you can see, I do run the HEPA bags that, believe it or not, they've actually used these HEPA bags when they came out with the G6. And you will notice right here, I found out these are top fill bags. So it works very well with that and drives much more airflow than it would with a paper bag. Down here is the switch for the self-propelled. Kirby calls this the tech drive. Basically switch on over into drive, and it makes it easier to push and pull the vacuum. Push it in neutral to move it around the room when the vacuum's off. Right here is a little handle release that you push and the handle will slide right off. This little hook right here disconnects the hook in your outer bag. And back around right here is your carpet height adjustment. Very simple. You have 6 carpet height positions. And your main power switch is down here. I really like it that these are all foot controls, so you don't have to lean down to adjust a knob or a sliding switch for adjusting the carpet height. Also right here is your little brush roll performance indicator that glows green while the brush roll is turning. How it does this, and there's actually little magnets right here at the end of the brush roll to accomplish this. So while it's rotating, the indicator light will glow green, and when it's not rotating, the indicator light won't glow, so you'll know that it's time to change your belt. And right here, this boot emptor slides off like by pulling it out, and then it just slides right up. So anyway, after all that, I will go ahead and show you this thing running. So anyway, let's go ahead and just turn it on here. Runs very smooth. Adjust it to the carpet pile. Switch the drive on. Here we go. It's very normal for these Kirbys to make that noise from the transmission. That's the way they are when they start aging. Get myself adjusted better here. very easy to push and pull, especially with that tech drive. I will say this is a very pleasant machine to use. So anyway, I will go ahead and show you it in tool mode. Now unfortunately, I do not have any of its original attachments, so I'm going to be doing that demo with my Ultimate G's attachments. But anyway, I'll go ahead and cut away right now to show you what the original attachments look like for this G6, including the carpet shampooer. So I'll go ahead and show you that right now. Alright, now that you saw the original attachments, I'll go ahead and show it to you in tool mode. Now what you do here is lift up your headlight lens, twist the belt, and then unlatch this and it comes off, and then you can hook your hose up. Now be sure and line up the bottom with these latches. As you come on, it will push in the upper switch to gain more performance out of the motor. And now you're in tool mode. And then you can get out to your tools. You have 2 extension wands, a bare floor cleaning tool, very large upholstery brush. I believe this is actually for drapes and so. Crevice tool. Nice little hand grip at the end. I'm going to put that there. A nice delicate dusting brush. Another upholstery tool. Small little hand vac tool. A zip brush. Pet hair tool. A nice little blower port, which barely anyone uses. How that is you hook this up to the intake side of the vacuum, and then you could reverse hook up your hose to where your outer bag sits, and then use it as a blower. Here's a little shampoo sprayer right here. Right here is the little tool to inflate something like beach balls, inner tubes, or anything of that nature. Really don't know what this thing is. But anyway, I'll go ahead and hook up the extension wands. And I'll show you the bare floor tool. Back in closer. Alright, now we'll and show it to you operating. It is a little bit noisy when running at high speed. But anyway, the motor is turning at high speed to gain more suction. That's just how good the suction is on this. Let's go ahead and move it a little closer and show you the rest of the tools. Anyway, we'll again show you that right now. This is the Handheld tool. There's your dusting brush. And I like it that it's actually rubber, so it'll easily slide on. You can clean your delicates. Especially how soft the hair on the bristle is. Then your upholstery tool. Crevice tool. Then you large upholstery tool. Anyway, now I'll go ahead and show you the zip brush, which hooks up in like so. And this is a very nice tool to use. When you turn it on, it immediately starts spinning. Virtually almost never bogs down. You can definitely tell how well engineered that this zip brush actually is. And this is how good the bearings are. I think they actually use ball bearings in this, because I've never seen a turbo tool take that long to spin down. So anyway, that was it with the hose. Let's set that to the side right now. And you can go ahead and take your cleaning head and just slide it back on. Make sure it's lined up. Latch it on. Reconnect your belt, and then you're good. And before we go, I would like to show you this little hand vac feature. What it is you unhook your outer bag up from the top here, and press this button down here to unhook the handle. Which, one thing I forgot to show you earlier in the video, this little switch right here on the handle, if you lock that right there, you'll lift the vacuum head up so you can move over something like thresholds. And if you leave it in the middle, it'll lie totally flat. Press it all the way on the right, it'll lock in the flat position for easy storage. So, but anyway, you push the button in the back to release your handle, and then take your hook on the back, and then plug in your outer bag right here, and now you can use this as a hand vac. But no one really uses this tool because the vacuum is already so heavy to begin with. Anyway, let's go ahead and reattach everything. But overall, I will say, this is a very nice vacuum to have. And I hope you all enjoyed this rather long review of this machine. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.